Good morning, students. So our next topic in this chapter is the alloys, and that alloy is simply a mixture of a metal with maybe another metal, or we can say with another non-metal. Okay, an alloy is a mixture of metal that is maybe with any other metal or with any another non-metal. You can use any one. Okay, right. Now in this case you have many examples for the alloys. First one is the brass, that is made up of two metals only. The first one is copper and the second metal is the zinc. There is an example of alloy which is brass, that is made up of two metals only, that is copper and zinc. And as in definition I say, an alloy can be a mixture of metal and also with a non-metal. So in the case of non-metal, we have the best example, that is steel, that is a mixture of one metal and one non-metal. Here the metal is iron and the non-metal is the carbon atom that is present there. Okay, now moving, if we saw the pictures of some steel and brass, so this is the steel and that is how it looks in with different coloration and different property, and that is how it looks in the your uses, how you are using or the daily purpose work we are doing with it. Like in the case of brass, it is looking very different from the rest of the things, because in our historical places or in our history we see in household products we are using such brass utensils. Now that place of brass utensil is taken by the steel and the rest of the things, but in the previous time, in our past time, we are using such brass utensils for the household purpose also, and nowadays here this is also the brass. So this is the picture for the brass. And if I move to the next, there is another thing which is named amalgam. Okay, now if I talk for the previous one, that what is the meaning of alloy? So the meaning of alloy simply says that it is a mixture of metal and a non-metal, or we can say a metal with a metal. But why there is a requirement for the making such type of mixtures with each other and with the rest of the things, or with a metal or with a non-metal? Because you know what, there is a different property an alloy share from a metal. A metal can be get rusting or properties on rest, its strength, ठीक है, उसमें काफ़ी सारे इश्यूज हो सकते हैं about its strength, about its rusting property in the moisture and in air, and it is a metal. For example, we are talking about gold. If the gold is pure, it is very delicate and soft, so we cannot handle that soft metal for the purpose of ornaments or for making different type of ornaments for a person, or we cannot make different type of jewelry and the rest of the things from that gold. So we need to mix some amount of copper, some percentage of copper to gold, so we can use that gold that handle or that making of jewelry is very easy for us, because that mixing of copper make the gold little bit hard, so we can use that gold very easily for our purpose. Okay, so this is the basic purpose for making the alloys. By mixing the metals with other non-metal and a different metal, we can distort or we can restore the properties of that metal, and we can change the property of that metal. For example, we are steel are much stronger as comparison to the iron, and steel can have a very steel can lift up a very heavy material, as well as it is rusting free as comparison to the iron, right? And in the case of brass also, they are much better than the other type of utensils we are using, right? Now in the case of amalgam, the second thing that is come is the amalgam. It is an alloy in which one of the metal must be a mercury. Okay, it is an alloy in which one of the metal must be an mercury, and that alloy is called as amalgam. For example, we have sodium and mercury amalgam. So one of the metal is sodium and the second must be an amalgam, that must be an mercury, and that sodium and mercury combination is called as amalgam. So sodium and mercury combination is called as amalgam, right? This is, now mercury does not form amalgam with the iron metal. Mercury does not form amalgam with the iron metal. So generally we store mercury in the iron bottles. Generally, we are storing mercury in iron bottles because mercury does not form amalgam with the iron. Understand this thing. Now this is the picture of mercury, how the mercury looks like. Similarly, it is having the color of silver only, so just little shinier than silver, and it is a liquid material at room temperature. That you already know, it is the only metal that is liquid at our room temperature. Or moving on to the next slide. So listen, we have very few alloys in our syllabus, that is stainless steel, brass, bronze, and one two more, and we have only their composition and uses in our syllabus. So you need to learn only their composition and what are their uses. That is the only part of alloys that is coming in our syllabus. So for one by one we are taking all the alloys. So first of all, if I talk about the stainless steel, so its composition is 73% of the stainless steel contain iron, 80% this contain chromium, 8% nickel is present, and 1% there is a presence of carbon, right? And there is, again I am saying, 73% iron, right? 18% there is a presence of chromium, 8% nickel is present, and 1% carbon is present there. Here now, if we talk about their uses, we can use stainless steel in making our utensils, we can use stainless steel in making the cutlery, we can use in making in ornamental pieces and surgical instrument. If we show the picture, these are the utensils that are using in our household for the daily purpose, for the daily household or daily in our kitchen. You can see easily these instruments or these utensils in your kitchen. So these are the utensils that are made up of stainless steel. The second thing is the cutlery. Cutlery is a simple this fork, this knife, and this spoon system that is specially made up of our stainless steel. So it is the use of stainless steel. Now next is the ornaments. Ornament is anything that you are using for any special decoration purpose, right? That decoration can be your own. You can use them in the form of jewelry, or you can use them in the form of household products, that is any kind of showpiece, any other decorative purpose you can use. So it can be easily formed with the help of stainless steel. And the benefit of making these such ornaments with stainless steel is that by the action of oxygen on these ornaments, they cannot be rust easily. For example, if we talk about for the silver is easily rusted because it get change its color from that silver to black. And if we talk about iron, it easily get rust, that it is converted its color from the brown to that reddish brown, and it get rusted from there, right? So if we are using stainless steel for making different ornaments and the rest of the things, so the basic benefit we obtain is that there is no such problems occur in them. And the last thing is that the surgical instrument, we can use easily them in the surgical instruments. This type of surgical instrument we are using in doing surgery in our medical department. So we are using in surgical instrument because these surgical instruments are every time sanitized and every time protected from the UV rays. Protection from the germs occur. So it is very handy and it is very easy to use such instruments if they are made up of stainless steel. So all the problems are resolved by using this stainless steel instruments. Okay, so that alloy is very much beneficial to you if you use the stainless steel alloys in making such type of things and such type of compounds. Okay, so understand the topic of alloy. So alloy is a homogeneous mixture of a metal and with any other metal or maybe a non-metal, that is called an alloy. And an alloy must have the different properties from a pure metal, and that type of properties we are using for our benefit. Okay, so thank you very much for that, and we will see you in the next video with the different or other examples of the alloys. Thank you.